everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas, everybody. Today's matchup features two teams eager to come away with a late season win. It's the Broncos going up against the Colts. So, with the call of this Week 16 matchup, let's hand it over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Now the kicker, Brandon McManus, about ready to get us started. And we are underway from Indianapolis. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their quarterback, the very, very talented Andrew Luck.
And Andrew Luck's skill set is absolutely fantastic. There's not anything that he can't do as a quarterback on the field. But I also think that he absorbed a little bit by osmosis some of that great bloodline. His father, formerly a quarterback in the NFL as well.
Shift together here from the D-line. Here's the first carry for Matt Jones. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. On second down, here's Luck. To the sideline, and oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were. And here's a look at the defense for Denver.
Von Miller is so good that he doesn't even need a nickname. And dip on the pass rush, unequaled in this league.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Luck on third down. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Give him 5 yards there, and it's enough for the first. Good use of the pass there to pick up the first down against a defensive look that they had specifically prepared for, they told us, coming into this one.
Certainly seems like they're holding all the right cards now, doesn't it? Because of their preparation.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. 5 yards on the pickup, and it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here, 3rd and 14.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
3rd and long, it's Luck. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
Fielded just inside the 20. And some room to maneuver. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Their dangerous wide receiver, an 80-yard touchdown, and the Broncos have taken the early lead. They get the stop defensively, force the punt, they score without their offense even stepping on the field.
I remember playing on special teams and teasing the guys on offense like, look, you don't even worry about it. You guys just hang out over there. We'll bring this one all the way back and get the points we need. In this case, they actually got that done.
So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And their second attempt here, the first drive, stalled, and they punt it.
Time to break some things out, I think, in the playbook. Now that they've gotten out there, getting settled a little bit, let's see if they open things up Maybe try and get the ball in the hands of the guys who can get the ball into the end zone. They're playmakers.
Would like that.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
To throw on second down is Love. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
One man in the backfield, that's Jones. On first down, Luck. And complete to Moncrief over the middle. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. The defense came out with a look that they had prepped for all week to attack. They took advantage, got the first down.
And the key words in there, prep for all week. They really studied them, understood their tendencies, knew what they liked to do, and prepared their game plan accordingly. And, boy, the payoff was good.
Holding offense.
So a little grabbing there, but this time it goes against the offense for holding. They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. After the penalty, it's Jones. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
Brandon, that play ended so fast, it's almost as if the quarterback handed it to the runner, and the tackler was there right away for a loss of yardage.
On second down, it's Jones. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Back-to-back runs that were stacked up. Offensively, now you've got to think to yourself, do we change blocking assignments? Do we change formations? Do we change looks in order to try and get the running game going?
And the Broncos get there and take him down. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And leading them, Charles, their quarterback, their field general. And he'll give it here to his running back. And some room to roam now. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way home for a Bronco score. A big play there with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Broncos able to show off their quick strike ability. And with his speed, if he just finds the slightest crease, he can take it the distance like he did there.
How about the leverage up front? Offensive line out-leveraging the defensive front to create that space, that crease that he was looking for. And once he hits open field, he's going to be very difficult to catch and corral.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now a play fake here on first down. Surveying the field. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second. Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Colts in possession of the football to begin quarter number 2. But they face a 2nd and long to start things out. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. They'll fake the handoff. Now Luck. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. From the gun on third down, Luck. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up fourth down.
Partner, how many times have you heard it? Pressure creates diamonds, right? But it also bursts pipes. And on that one, that's what they got. They got after him, and he was fortunate just to get rid of it.
Yeah, he just had to chuck it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fielded at about the 28. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Now back to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
So completion on second down, that brings up third. He'll look to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. Now Jones. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Offense trying to avoid stalling out, facing a 3rd and 10.
While there was no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity may have to go out the window, and they've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game. I think that call was made not so much to try and get the first down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, they got the safe completion on 3rd. And taken right on the 30. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10. And coming out now, the Broncos. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked so well, and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And I think the ball's out. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
And on 3rd down, the Colts have added an extra defensive back.
Flooding the passing lanes.
Steps away to his left. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And he's going to get the 1st down as they bring him down at the 23. And when he started rolling left there as a right-handed quarterback, I thought, boy, this 3rd down play is going nowhere. But credit to him, able to pick up the 1st.
And all you righties who are watching the game at home, get out of your chair, get off the couch, move to your left, and then rifle one. You may leave a hole in the wall, as you'll have to explain later, but you'll see how difficult that throw actually was.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, that was well defended, and as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Really good, skillful, tough running throughout this contest. Picked up 1st down after 1st down. He's got to have a nickname, doesn't he? How about the human 1st down machine? I think that fits.
2 minutes to go here in the 1st half. We'll come back to Indianapolis right after this. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando with highlights and analysis of this 1st half of play.
And I'm going to check in with a heater.
I'm going to be right there with you, partner. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
Gun. They'll look to throw. That's caught at the 2. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Their big tight end. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. And it is now 21-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field. And 3-and-out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now.
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be...
And the ball is knocked out. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
They make so many catches that are so tough, so acrobatic, so difficult, that often surprises me when they actually turn the ball over. You know, when the ball actually comes free. It's amazing sometimes because of what we see them do on so many different plays.
Had the catch, but couldn't control it on the contact. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos will extend their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly
you
right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
One man in the backfield. That's Jones. Now we've got whistles and a flag. Looked like one of the Colts linemen might have jumped.
False start, offense.
So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's second and long. Here's Luck now on second down. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Let's see, the defense might bring some added pressure as the offense is dealing with a third and long. They come out here in the eye. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And down he'll go. At the 25.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime.
Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Here's Pat McAfee now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. That's taken on the 25. A good return. Call it 13 yards. And possession will change here with very little time remaining until halftime. Denver getting set to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Pass interference, defense.
So pass interference on the defense. And Charles, this is a penalty we see all the time.
The offenses know what they're doing. They know how to create great matchups. And defenders, if you're not there in time, they will throw the flag.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's second down.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
So many components go into a well-executed screen pass. You've got to sell. Offensive line's got to sell like they missed blocks, and then they move out, and they're out in front of the running back. He's got to sell that he's trying to block it, and he slips out into the route. The quarterback has to sell that maybe he's trying to throw it downfield. Instead, he slips it off to the run.
Hey, Charles, you give me water. Jeez, Chuck, they cut off the halftime show again. Quicker than anticipated, ready for the start of the second half. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Now the Colts defensive unit trots back out there. They're losing here as we begin the third quarter, trying to stop this from being a bigger deficit.
I used to play for a coach who always talked about getting the other team's attention. And in this case, they want to let them know that you're going to do the dictating from here on out, not the other way around.
Trying to impose their will as we start the third.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
False start, offense.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. The Broncos send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
This is taken at about the 14. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively, and now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
Here's Jones. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. They get the penalty yardage back plus a yard. 6-yard gain, and it's 2nd and 9.
Some runs are blocked so well. Forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he sensed being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Throwing on 3rd down, Luck. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down. Here's Pat McAfee now. He's been terrific so far. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Fielded at the 20. A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone. Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And now he'll tuck it and run. And avoids the contact by sliding. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Back to throw here. And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
And the Colts getting ready to go. One receiver left is Hilton. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was the strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
To throw on 2nd down is Locke. He's got time in the pocket. A dump underneath to Jones. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It'll be a gain of 4. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
All right, I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. 4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Well, that's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
And to give this time to the tailback. And a cutback, right sideline. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A great effort there. His 25th touchdown. Tying him at Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Broncos continue to pour it on. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And the Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
On 2nd down, here's Locke. To the flat, that's complete to his running back. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. Well, they try to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
This is brought in at the 21. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the offense will come back onto the field with a 1st and 10. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Now a handoff here to his running back. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Eight yards still remaining here on 3rd down. And move. By one of the Broncos up front, and in comes the flag.
False start, offense. Still 3rd down.
Yeah, they've got an extra defensive back out there now on 3rd and 13. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. We focus our attention now on the Broncos defense. They have a little something to build off of from last time with a 3-and-out.
And what they have to build off of? Great confidence right now. Being able to stuff someone on a 3-and-out. You feel like you're in control now. You're doing the dictating. They want to see if that can continue as this game progresses.
Will it continue? We'll see. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. He won't get in, but they are going to have the football in a great spot. 1st and goal at the 3-yard line. Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt after that last play. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Detroit! Blue lining! Blue lining! Backside out, Philly, here we go! Hurry up, here we go! Blue lining!
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. A great play there. His 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. And the Broncos use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
I saw Von Miller in college at Texas A&M, and all I kept hearing about was his speed off the edge to the quarterback. But what impressed me, his balance.
Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
And the Broncos go to a nickel set on 3rd down.
Yeah, they've got an extra DB out there. Throwing is locked. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
This will be fielded at the 17. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. And Denver getting set to take the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
He's fumbled already once, Charles. I'm not going to say that that was in his mind there, but I'm sure that during some of these plays he is mindful of it.
And once you fumble the ball, you know what your team tells you and your coaching staff? Take care of it, rest of the game. And it does get in your mind a little bit. And sometimes that slows down your effort in trying to get free from tacklers.
And the defenders know it too. They sniff that out, don't they?
Everybody wants to swarm the football. You know the rule is first guy hold up the runner, everyone else try and get there and strip the ball free.
A nickel back added defensively as they look to stop this 3rd and 8. On play action, they'll throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. That one goes for 24 yards.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
It's a nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
Fourth quarter with a lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on first down. They did that, +3. Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27.
3rd and 1, who are you going to call? Not the scat back. You go with the big man. Hand him the ball and let him get upfield and pick up a first down.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
Let's go. Blue line it.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Oftentimes when a guy has a game like this, he's going to take his offensive line out to dinner afterwards. But after a play like that, he may tell them, instead of getting the steaks, guys, we might have to go for the hot dogs.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a cut to the sideline. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 to the 5-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
That's a big league run. Takes him down inside the 5-yard line, and momentum definitely on the side of the guys on offense. And if you're an offensive lineman, you love to run the football, especially out in the field where there's some space. But I will let you in on a little bit of a secret. Those guys like it in tight, too, because they get matched up and they get to show just how stout they are in a tough situation. They're recommending they run it again.
Second down, the ball on the 2 here, 2nd and goal. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Call it a gain of 2 as they're knocking on the door now. 3rd and goal. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. 2 straight shots on the ground, now on 3rd. Diving for the end zone, and the ball's knocked out. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
There's no doubt in my mind.
That? Do you hear the...
It's not... Scales, right? I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right now.
She's going. She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is flat out finished.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. Here's Luck now on 2nd down. Finding time. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get your... set. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. One receiver left is Hilton. Luck on 1st down. He's got time. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Incomplete pass on 2nd down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on 3rd.
This has been a really nice day for the defense. They've made it so difficult to find open receivers because they're able to squeeze the passing lanes down. A lot of what they're doing is communicating. Receivers in one area, receivers in another area. They're almost what they call passing them off from one defender to the next, even in zone defenses, and making it very hard to find an open spot for the quarterback to deliver the ball.
Desperation time for Luck on 4th down. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. On 1st down, Luck. Over the middle here, it's Hilton. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Off of play action, Luck. And he's got it. Got his man on the in route. Complete. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. From the red zone now, Luck. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. And on 2nd and 10 now.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Yeah, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone. Love. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. And a pause in the action because the booth, they see something that they want to take another peek at to find out if this was a touchdown or not.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for, and this touchdown will count. And Coons connects on this one. It's good, and they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but, Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
And nice work on the return. As they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Broncos, it's a big win here as they move to 11-4 now on the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, they hit double digits in losses as they fall to 5-10. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head down to San Diego for a matchup with the Chargers. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. So long, everybody.
Hello.
Hello.
What's up?
Not too much. How are you?
Pretty good. Playing on a bigger TV is pretty cool.
Nice.
Yeah, I brought my PlayStation upstairs since my dad's working, my mom's in the city, so playing on the big TV. It really
Very
helps.
nice. Yeah, it's very fun. I should say I'm spoiled, but I bought the TV and the PlayStation myself, so I don't know if that's... I guess it's spoiling yourself in a way. But yeah, I play in front of a nice big TV.
Yeah, I think I have like a 40-inch TV downstairs. I think this one's
That's not bad.
55, and
Ooh.
I'm sitting a lot closer, so and it's a
Yeah.
4K TV, so everything's real nice and crisp. It's
Yeah.
fantastic.
I have a 48... I think this is a 48 4K. And I'm like you, I'm like maybe 4 feet away from it, so it's a nice big picture, and everything's super crisp. I'm just doing XP dumps right now, but I can play this game later, so I got plenty of time. I'm not going anywhere. Only thing I gotta do tomorrow is go to the doctor, so I can FIFA if you want to.
Okay. Yeah, let me see what's going on first, and then.
Alright. Yeah. I got surprised, too. All my Liverpool stuff that I ordered came in today, so I got my Mane jersey,
Nice.
which is... The color is so cool in person. Like, it looks really nice in the pictures, but then when you see it in person, it just... Wow.
Yeah, it's a lot better, isn't
And I
it?
got... Yeah, and then I got... I got... This is the third kit, and then I got shorts and socks for the home kit. The only problem is I got a number 8 on the shorts, but they didn't use the Premier League font. They used the Liverpool font, but it's not the end of the world. I'm not going to send them back over that.
I'm sure that's just kind of how they're doing. I scored 3 rushing TDs, I think, maybe 4, with Mayo in this game, right? And that was just enough to get me caught up to the 23 that Cody has this season. But I have a I have a ton more rushing yards than he does.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's kind of insane, but that's what happens
It's
when you have a
pretty
good running
insane.
back. Yeah, well, I mean, I have, before Cody played his game, I have a lot more. Hold on, let me see
Mhm.
exactly what the number is. I have 328 more rushing yards than he does. Which isn't even that terrible, but I'm 81 from the record
No.
now, so Cody could easily get there,
Yeah.
too. Okay, let me go look at that one thing. I had a right guard. My running back fumbled in the end zone right before, or
Mhm.
just before it got in the end zone, and and it rolled into the end zone, and my right guard picked it up and scored a TD.
Jeez.
Zach Martin, one of Cody's former players.
I did all my re-signs this week too. At least like 90% of them. Because I hadn't touched any of them. Most of them re-signed, thankfully. Gonna see. Gonna see for the other ones.
So they punted 8 times for 435 yards.
That's terrible. That is so bad. What's good for a tight end in terms of XP?
Blocking. Run
Blocking?
block is one. And I think like catching.
Okay.
Run block I think is the most
Pretty
important
good.
for the overall, but
Okay. He's pretty good at blocking. I'll give it to catching.
I thought you could
Is
tell
regular catching?
box score. I don't know off the top of my head, but I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure
Dump it into
regular catching.
Okay, it didn't go up at all. You lied to me, you piece of shit.
Might be. Wow. Since our game, I let in 23 points when we played, right? You scored 23 against me, and I had 30 before. I let in 30, then 20, then 10. But ever since that, it's been 3 weeks. 28-0, 31-3, 52-3.
Wow.
What a time to be a Brinkle.
Indeed. I didn't realize I'm only one game out of the lead. I guess the Rams tanked. Who still has to play this week? Because if we can advance
league.
today or tomorrow, I should be able to play before I potentially leave. Honestly,
Literally everybody, pretty much.
okay. Yeah, we'll see what he says. Honestly, I'm starting to think it's not as likely because the original plan was for me to leave yesterday.
Well,
And,
yeah.
leave for Florida yesterday, also leave the hospital yesterday. And they wanted to do one more CAT scan before they took the tube out just in case there was any fluid still in there. And they did the CAT scan, looked at it, and then they're like, "Hey, we're gonna take the tube out now." I'm like, "Okay." And they didn't have to numb me or anything, but it was sort of it was freaking out a little bit. But honestly, the tube coming out was probably the easiest part. But what hurt the most was one taking the plastic adhesive off of the dressing, and then also they had to put a ton of pressure on it because it was bleeding when they took it out, which hurt a ton. And then just afterward, because now I've got a lot of pain in my. It's more in the center of my. It's like between my hip and my belly button on my right side, right around the waistline, which is, I don't know if that's my intestines or where the tube went in, but weird. I don't know if I can travel too much with this much pain. And just see how much it heals.
Yeah, like, don't get me wrong, like, what I was saying in chat and stuff like that, it's not that, I don't want you to go, you know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
more that I'm kind of surprised that you're even, like, considering going, like, 3 days after you get out of the hospital, or 2 days after you get out of the hospital, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it just seems like that might not be the best thing, but at the same time, it's just, it's not your decision or my decision or anything like that. It's pretty much up to the doctor anyway, so.
Yeah. The way I see it, this wasn't as big of a episode as the last time. Last time I went in the hospital, I woke up with like a 103 fever. I was in there for a week. I couldn't eat for 4 days. I lost 10 pounds. This time, I got a call from the doctor saying you should probably go in and get this taken care of. I was able to eat. The only time I wasn't able to eat was when they did the CAT scan and when they put the tube in, but that was just like a surgery prep thing. So I've been able to eat this whole time. I haven't lost any weight. The only thing for me is just the pain management and, in case this thing doesn't heal properly, which I don't see why it wouldn't. But there is a risk to it. You're not wrong.
Yeah, I mean, because I know, hold on.